I'd like it sealed so that no one will ever know.
Willow is going after my husband.
There's a chance we'll be spending even more time together.
Pack your little bags, and our lawyers will be in touch.
We're gonna give you a chance to save your own life.
General Hospital shocker. Ethan finally confesses he's Phoebe's father, but his next move stuns everyone. Meanwhile, Joss faces death at gunpoint before Cassius makes a dramatic rescue. As Brooklyn grows suspicious of Chase and Willow, dangerous secrets, betrayals, and life-changing choices threaten to explode across Port Charles. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ethan admits to being Phoebe's father, and Cassius comes to Joss' rescue. Today on General Hospital, Joss makes a great escape, Jack gives Valentin instructions, and Brooklyn worries about Willow's designs on Chase. Ethan arrives at Alexis' office, and she wastes no time in showing him the photo of him and Delilah. He admits they were friends who hooked up once. 6 months later, she called him in France to say she was pregnant with his child. He goes on to explain neither of them was in a place to be a parent, and they agreed to meet in Port Charles. He was delayed in getting here, and he found out about her death when he ran into Chase, Brooklyn, and the baby at the mansion. Ethan isn't looking to be a father, and feels Phoebe is best with Brooklyn and Chase. Alexis asks why not tell them, and he explains he wanted to avoid awkward conversations and situations, like them thinking he's always watching over them. Ethan suggests a closed adoption. He'll give up his rights and stay anonymous. He feels this is the best for Phoebe, as he can give her the parents he never had growing up in an orphanage. Tracy jumps to the wrong conclusion. At the QS, Michael finds Brooklyn deep in thought in the kitchen. She tells him that Willow is going after her husband, and every time Michael fights with his ex, she goes crying to Chase. Michael assures her that he and Willow are managing to get along better, so Willow spending time with Chase has nothing to do with him. Brooklyn explains that Willow has been intruding on her marriage, and because she trusts Chase, she hasn't made a commotion about it. She tells him about putting Willow on notice earlier that day. At the boathouse, Chase insists to Tracy that he is not cheating on Brooklyn. She's misread the situation, and he's insulted that she thinks he would ever cheat. Tracy tells him to go to the house, pack his bags, and their lawyers will be in touch. She is so glad he signed that prenup, as he won't get a dime. Tracy says once she tells Brooklyn what she saw, she will throw him out. Chase decides to give Tracy a chance to prove herself right, calls Brooklyn, and asks her to come to the boathouse. She does, and Tracy tells Brooklyn what she saw. She calls an intimate moment between Chase and Willow, though it wasn't a physical one. Tracy tells Brooklyn if Chase hasn't cheated yet, he will, so she needs to get out. Chase tells Brooklyn that Tracy is 100% wrong about what she saw. Brooklyn tells her granny that she wants to talk to her husband in private. Michael gives Tracy surprising advice. Tracy returns to the house, where Michael was on the phone telling the PI, Elaine, that he needs more photos. Tracy tells Michael what she saw, which appears to please him. She just hopes her granddaughter faces reality sooner rather than later. Michael suggests if Brooklyn's marriage is doomed, step back and let it implode on its own. Will Brooklyn believe Chase? Back at the boathouse, Chase explains how he and Willow ran into one another. It wasn't planned, and they just talked. She notes this is the second time today she's learned he's been alone with Willow, and something doesn't feel right. Chase insists nothing is going on between them and that he has no feelings for Willow, and also asserts Willow has no feelings for him. Chase says Willow has only been kind to them. She helped them with Phoebe, and she offered him a job as her chief of staff. Brooklyn is stunned he would even consider that, as he loves being a cop. Chase says it's better money, and he wouldn't have to work overnight, allowing him to be a more active dad to Phoebe. Brooklyn admits that was a kind gesture on Willow's part, and maybe her family's gotten into her head. Nina advises against Willow's idea. Willow comes home to Nina and Drew. Nina says Drew is the same, and she's thinking about putting glasses on him because of his glares. Willow gushes to her mom about spending time with Chase, but before she can say anything more, she decides to put Drew to bed as he looks tired. Nina and Willow then grab some pie, and they go back and forth over whether Willow hiring Chase for her chief of staff is a good idea. Nina points out that her spending all this time with her ex-husband, while her current husband Drew is locked in his chair, will lead to rumors and scandal. Willow realizes her mom has a point, and she can't lose her job or custody. Nina also worries that this won't just hurt her career, but her on a personal level. Will Pascal cooperate? Sonny's men bring Pascal to his warehouse, and Lucas and Laura emerge from the shadows. Pascal quickly realizes Lucas set him up, and now Sidwell thinks he murdered Marco. Laura and Sonny explain that they want to bring Sidwell down, and now he has a reason to help them, to save his own life. He asks what they need him to do. Sonny wants Pascal to get the photos Sidwell has of him and Laura. If he does this, he can help him flee the country and give him $50,000 to start a new life. Pascal says getting the photos is impossible. They are in a safe at Windermere. Lucas offers to get them if the butler forks over the combination, and Pascal has little choice, so he does. Pascal says there were no digital copies, so they couldn't be accused of being doctored, and the negatives and photos are in the safe. Sonny orders his man to take Marco to the airfield, but Lucas demands Marco's tie before he goes. Sonny insists he can have someone get the photos, but Lucas owes it to Marco to do this. He takes off. Cassius rides to Joss' rescue. At Windermere, Sidwell aims a gun at Joss as she tries to walk out the door, orders her in, and to drop the weapon in her hand. They move into the living room, and he says the only reason she's alive is he was persuaded that her Corinthos Jack's connections could be useful. He realizes she cut the power to escape, and she allowed her son's killer to escape, so for that he should end her life. Joss asks what he's going to do. Shoot her in the middle of his living room. His answer? Yeah, because I've never done that before. Fortunately for the WSB agent, Cassius walks in and tells Sidwell to stop. He steps in front of Sidwell's gun, and won't let Sidwell hurt Joss. If he does, their partnership is over. Sidwell says he's not as valuable as he thinks, but Cassius says he needs him in the PCPD, which is why he is here. The cops have more questions for him about Pascal, and he volunteered to take the case. As the men bicker, Joss manages to remove one of her rings and drop it on the ground. Cassius persuades Sidwell to let him keep Joss alive. Joss slides her ring under a chair and asks what Sidwell's done to Nathan, as he'd never do something like this. Sidwell notes she clearly doesn't know her captor as well as she thinks. Cassius then takes Joss back to her cell and tells her that she can't keep breaking out as he won't be able to keep Sidwell from shooting her next time. He says trusting him is the only way they both get out alive, as once Sidwell has what he needs, he becomes expendable. In the show's final moments, Ethan insists he's trying to do what is best for Phoebe, so Alexis offers to draw up the paperwork. However, the lawyer warns him there is one other person who likely suspects he's Phoebe's father. Michael tells Tracy his advice may seem callous, but it's better for Brooklyn to realize the truth on her own. Let Chase show her who he really is. Chase tells his wife he would like to consider Willow's job, but won't make a decision without her, as they are a team. She takes his hand and thanks him, and says they are good. They kiss and hug, but Brooklyn's face tells another story. Willow tells Nina if she's suggesting she has feelings for Chase. Nina says she just doesn't want her setting herself up for heartache. Willow assures her mother she's not going to get hurt. Sonny gets the call that Pascal is on the plane and his man won't let it take off until they get the photographs. He also doesn't feel good about Lucas doing this, but Laura believes he can get the photos. Lucas goes to Windermere and finds Jen sitting alone in the living room. Lucas heard about Pascal. Sidwell says, "It was right in front of me the whole time. How could I not see that he was obsessed with my son?" Lucas says he didn't realize how sick Pascal was either. Sidwell says he trusted Pascal, and he murdered my boy. He took our Marco. Lucas says he loved Marco, and is so relieved his killer will face justice. The camera pans over to the ring. Finally, Joss tries to persuade Cassius now is the time to jump ship. They can go to the WSB, tell them everything, and she can get him immunity. He tells her to save her breath. She won't change his mind. He then walks out, but it seems he's thinking about her words.